Hi everyone, this is Kay and you're on the Collective Soul Tarot channel. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the channel for new viewers and new subscribers. Pardon me while I ding my bell. Okay, I've already drawn the cards for this collective reading and I've got peace and new life. And you know that new life, when we move into a new life, it's because we're opening up to the divine, to the love that's within us. That unconditional love. We're starting to find peace in the chaos of this world, of this lower 3D life. We're starting to find peace. And let me tell you, it's wonderful to have that kind of emotional peace, because what you're doing is you're balancing your mind and your emotions, right? You're taking control of your emotions. They're not so much like this. Even if they go down, you somehow quickly or very soon thereafter bring it back up through the self-talk, the things that we say to ourselves about a situation and about our response to it. Okay, so it's working. The whole idea of peace is recognizing that peace comes from within, which means the work that has to be done. It's an inside job with the divine, not just on our own. On our own, we'll quickly shy away from it or quickly be afraid of it and turn our backs on ourselves, basically. And that little wounded inner child that's causing all the, your child's not the problem. The child is just the experiencer, the memory of what went on in your childhood. The child had to come up with defense mechanisms, the coping mechanisms for whatever happened that they were a witness of or actually experienced them personally with family members, friends, teachers, peers at school, just anyone. So it's like those were coping mechanisms. They're now memories in our cells. Our body cells have memories, and they show up in physical dis-ease, right? Illnesses and stuff. Eventually, if we don't deal with them, they show up sooner or later. So it's about looking at them, trying to figure out what they are by spending time in a quiet, contemplative state of mind and figuring out, asking your soul or your angels or your spirit guides or God himself, the Holy Spirit, to show you what it is that is been heavy on your heart, which then causes us to react in ways that go against the heart's unconditional love for ourselves. So even though we act out, we project out to the world the blame that we may be experiencing for hardship and pain right now, it really is us beating ourselves up, because if we don't take a responsibility for it, then we just continue to project, and that projection has to come back. It's like a boomerang. It's whatever we project, because we're magnets, right? We're magnets, and whatever we put out, we eventually get back. And these days it's coming sooner than later, just because of the shifting in the vibration of the planet. We are being asked to, or not asked to, but basically forced to experience our karma sooner than we ever have before. So if we put stuff out that isn't positive, whatever that negativity is, in whatever form that happens to be, it's going to come back to us. And so we're basically beating ourselves up every single time we have a judgment about something, a sour attitude, just any negativity at all. We are essentially beating ourselves up, because it comes back and it kicks us in the butt, and it hurts where it hits us where it really, really hurts us in our lives. That could be relationships, that could be finances, that could be your health, it could be all three, it could be your work, it could be all four. It just depends. It's different for everybody. But know this, it started in your childhood, and you've brought those woes, those grievances, which are those coping mechanisms, because they're negative in nature, into your adult life, and that's what's operating from the subconscious mind, the mind that's down deep below, that's covering up our soul from being able to shine out through our life in happy, joyful, and peaceful ways. When we allow ourselves to work on those layers of coping mechanism, the negativity and the fears and the attitudes and opinions about things, limited negative beliefs about ourselves and others, when we start removing those layers by asking God to help us, putting it in God's hand, and God takes it, right, from you. You ask God through those quiet, contemplative moments when you're saying, I need help in discovering what it is that's causing my relationships to go like this, down the toilet, right? Down the toilet, or why people behave the way they do or react the way they do to me at work, at school, or whatever it is. You can have a really successful, serious look at what's operating in your subconscious mind that you're unconscious of, right? For the most part, you're unconscious of it. Because it's in your subconscious mind. There's subconscious, unconscious, and conscious mind. Conscious mind is when you're actually aware of stuff. So you need to bring it up so that you can be aware of it, because you can't heal what you don't know is broken. You can't fix what you don't know is broken. So you need to be able to discover what it is, bring it up, look at it and say, aha, so you're the dirty rascal, huh? Not really, but it's like you're talking to your inner child now and saying, look, we're going to have a look at this stuff, because you and I, we're not really living our lives the way we're meant to live. And I say just you and I, just making your inner child separate from you, but there's no separation. You are your inner child. So peace comes when we do that, and therefore peace becomes your new life. Now, peace ain't boring. Peace is all those things that you wish you could have in your life, including that fantastic relationship you want with someone. That's what you get, your magnet resonating with the vibrancy of peace. You're going to have look at that lady there. She's going like, I'm waking up. I'm waking up to a brand new life, and I know it's going to be fantastic. I'm so looking forward to my day now. Okay, so we're going to do past, present, and near future energies. Past, Archangel Michael. We have the garden. Yeah, tending to our gardens, right? But this has to do with public events as well. Playing the field, said too. Partying, meeting people, a date possibly, we'll see. And present day, we have the loons. Deeply committed, uncommon bond, family manifest, deepest desires, all in for what you love, and reawaken lost hopes. Right there, right? Reawaken lost hopes for a new life. And loons has come out, gardens come out, so many times already. Man, you are the querent, a person you know, boyfriend, fiance, spouse, love interest, masculine energy. Sorry. Yeah, number 28, that's gentleman number 1, I do believe, in the other Lenormand. Okay, I keep dinging the bell. So let's get this Lenormand deck and the Kipper to bring some clarification to these past, present, and near future energies. Archangel Michael, if you will, thank you. We have the Anchor and Expectation. Interesting. Okay, what about present day loons, please, Archangel Michael? Now the cards feel sticky today. They were jumping out yesterday. We got clouds and gentleman number 1. 28. See that? Number 28. Yeah. Gentleman number 1, and I consider him to be the King of Hearts, or Cups. Okay. Now the near future, gentleman number 1, King of Cups. Mouse. mice card. And sudden wealth. Sudden loss? Sudden wealth. It shouldn't be. So it's going to make this not such a big deal, really. This loss, due to the mice card, right? It's a negative card. Due to any kind of loss, whether it's been a long-term loss or just a loss in general coming up with a relationship or whatever, this sudden wealth is going to be what you need to know. That it's not going to be it's actually not a loss. Now, I'm getting ideas about this while I'm talking about it. It ameliorates, it like reduces this significantly is what I'm trying to say. So the effect of the mice is reduced significantly with this card. Okay? So to me, what I was getting is that this is a feminine. This is a reading for the feminine. Yeah. This is reading for the feminine collective. Yeah. And that you may feel like you've lost this person because you haven't gained any clarity whatsoever about them here in the present time. But what the cards are saying is that the loss is just like, it's either a little loss in the sense it's not a big deal if you lose this guy, it's not a big deal, really, because better things are coming, bigger, better things are coming. Or that, if it's not that, depending on what's resonating with you, because you might be okay with losing this guy from the past. But if you're not okay with losing this guy from the past, the divine is saying here that just hang on. It's not going to be a loss like you think it is. Perhaps what it's saying is maybe it's just that it's taking time. It's just delayed. Okay, I already shuffled, so I don't need to shuffle again. Just let me finish this. Archangel Michael, what do we have for the tea, please? Thank you. We have for the past, we have garden, anchor, and expectation, waiting. Gong, an exciting event. Interesting. Wow. And for the present day, we have loons, clouds, and gentleman number 1, the King of Cups. Ear, good news. Interesting. Yeah, I see this one way down here. I wonder what it is. It's love. I'm pulling it out just because I rarely ever get the other card, the other bunch of cards in there, and it caught my eye. So there you have it. Near future, we have man, the mice, and sudden wealth. Mule, someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. Yeah. That could be why you feel like you're losing them, is that you have that perspective of them. Okay? You have that perspective of them. Is that without knowing, it's dangerous not knowing, right? When it's left to our own assumptions, right, guys? It's dangerous when we don't know, because we have to come up with our own conclusions. And we know, we at least know and can at least acknowledge that our own conclusions may not be correct at all. They may be so far out in left field that, the poor guy can't come running back in fast enough, kind of thing, to make a home run. But, or to get the guy out on the plate, let's just say. But anyways, but the problem is that until you're listening to your intuition as much as you possibly can, but it's still like, that's still all airy-fairy, right? Until we actually know, like, hear from the horse's mouth itself, right? That's the best we can come up with. And so what we're thinking is, Feminine Collective, is that the reason why you can't, win this one with this one is because they're just being stubborn and they're unwilling to change. In other words, They have been the runner all this time. If it's divine masculine, divine feminine thing, they've been a runner all this time, and they're not changing their ways. They're going to continue running, expecting you to chase them. That's what we might be thinking, right? Collective, we might be thinking that. It may not be the truth, though. Okay, so past, we got the Page of Wands, which is an exciting event. Page of Wands, gong, Page of Wands. Okay, we have the event of the garden, you know, party, community, maybe play in the field. Your anchor was put somewheres, and then you're just left waiting. You're expecting something, and you might be expecting something exciting coming along. And then we have the Three of Wands, because you're ready to go. You're ready to go. Feminine. Okay. That is going to be, we're going to have to really look at that one. So the loons. We got present day. Uncommon bond. Family, manifest deep desire, all in it for one. What you love, and reawaken lost hopes. But then you have the clouds and this guy here with ear for good news and love. I mean, holding rose, right? He's waiting. I mean, doesn't it tell you, doesn't that look like he's waiting? He's just sitting there on the chair, all relaxed. Doesn't look like he's going to get up anytime soon, because he's waiting for someone to enter the room to give them that rose. And that's where this whole idea comes from. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. Although they have emotions for you, they're not telling you. I mean, they love you, right? They're not telling you, and they're waiting for you. For you to make a move. Because, I mean, after all, maybe you've always been the one to make the move before, after you met. Justice for this one here. And the Three of Cups, okay? Reconciliation. Right, guys. Well, what did I do? I forgot this one. You know, everything happens for a reason. I tell you, I cannot talk, think, and do at the same time. Because when I'm in deep thought, oh my goodness, look out. Okay, we got this present day, please. We have the Queen of Cups. Yeah. This is the counterpart to the King of Cups. And the King of Coins. Wow. Huh. Interesting. So I see that these two, like this is you and this is them. Although this is what they're the King of Cups here. You know, here and here, right? But this is somebody who's become grounded in with the love also very much, because they're the King of Cups now. They're in touch with their emotions. This is present day. Guys, wow. So peace and new life is what the overall theme is of this reading. So the anchor, I just want to see if there's anything in there that has to do with that can help us understand the anchor and expectation with the garden. Can you help us with that, Archangel Michael? Protection, perseverance, and assurance. That's what I wrote. All right, so to reach your goals. So you... garden, public venue, society, crowds, audience, party, meeting, event, a date, community, outdoors, play in the field. So I would have to say it's more like you're just focusing on yourself while waiting. For what? With stability and security, I bring peace of mind. Right there. I push you to persevere and help you reach your goals. Watch out for negative cards. They might shackle and pull you down. There aren't any negative cards. Yep, not. So it says here, the anchor is the traditional symbol of hope or faith and comes before death, the cross. The anchor offers stability and security, being confident that your hard work will pay off in the long term. The anchor of the Reverie is adorned with two fish, symbolizing abundance and wealth. In the Lenormand, this is a card of assurance. You are protected in times of need. Okay, so then I want to make sure with expectation, as I see as like the waiting card, having patience and all that. Literally, this card means a pause, a waiting period, no forward motion. Okay. It's a time for observation, reflection, contemplation, thinking things through, patience, and non-action. Okay, so you're just, you're living your life here. This is the past. You've been living your life minding your own business, okay? You have just been kind of sitting there feeling like, it's a time where I can just relax and enjoy myself, right? With people, other people, family, friends, whatever. And look forward to more exciting times, events and stuff like that that is like a beginning of a new passionate pursuit for me, because you plan to relocate, you plan to move, you plan to make something happen. Yep, you do. You might be thinking of where you're living right now is like you've outgrown it, or you just have a desire to be somewhere else. Like for me, example, I have a desire to move to the mountains, get away out of the heat of the southeast of the United States. Okay? Because it's so hot here all the time, even throughout the winter months. Not really that hot, but in the summer it is. So, and the summer almost starts like in March, like right now. Almost does, because it gets that warm during the day. So March all the way through till October, quite literally. And how many months is that? March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. That's 8 months out of the year. There's only 12. That it's like it's unbearable heat. It's 90 something plus throughout those months. With March, April, and May, it's not constant, like it's not an everyday thing yet. But I'll tell you, once June comes around, it's every day 90 plus degrees. No wind, no clouds, no rain. And we got scorched last year. And this year, apparently, because of the La Nino effect, it's supposed to be again like that. So I really would like to get out of the heat and be in the mountains, at least if it's going to be cooler and have the seasons. I'll have beautiful, majestic mountains surrounding me, which is where I came from to come here. So anyways, let's continue on with this. This is you feeling like, you're okay where you're at. You're okay where you're at. You may not have all your dreams and desires manifest in your life here. And so you may be turning your back on the past, your past of waiting for someone, waiting around for something to happen, for someone to show up. You're turning your back on that, and you're hitting the gong. You go doing, dong. It's time for something new. For me, right? Just for me. Time for something just for me. I'm excited about my future in the sense that I'm letting go of old baggage and I'm allowing myself, it's where you've been, where your life has been rooted is like, this is safety and security, right? This is putting your anchor down where you are feeling safe and secure. So and you're feeling protected in this space, though it may not be the place where you want to stay for like the rest of your lifetime. It is okay. If you're honest about it, it's okay. It's kind of like feeling like, you are all, perpetually walking through a garden. That it's, the garden has its seasons, but you are feeling as though things are okay. I mean, the garden is blooming and growing, and that's kind of what you're doing. You're blooming and growing. You're nurturing yourself. This garden is you, with you just like laying low and allowing things to take its time and take its place in your life, to move you when it's just the right time and reason kind of thing. That is that's you nurturing you. That's you taking care of yourself, and that's you getting like really amped up and excited about what's to come with this, the exciting event, right? Or, you know, guys, something really, really exciting is showing up in your life. Because it's the past. I keep having to remind myself that. Had shown up in your life. It was very, very exciting. And you felt like you were tiptoeing through the tulips in your garden kind of thing. Okay? Yeah. So that's where it was like you're getting prepared to move on. Being prepared to move on. That may even be going across the sea, because this often speaks of like a long distance away. Okay? But this is peaceful. I mean, you talk about being in garden frame of mind, like being out in nature, right? Outdoors and out in nature around the birds and the bees and butterflies and plants and beautiful flowers, trees and shrubs and all that, even maybe a water fountain. It is peaceful, right? It is the type of life that if you're into nature, if you're not into nature, you're likely not watching this reading. But if you are into nature, you know how it can soothe you, right? Being out in a beautiful garden space like that, spending some time, it is peaceful, is it not? You just breathe in the fresh air of all that the trees have been filtering for us. It is gorgeous. It's a nice, subtle feeling of just being at peace. I mean, there's no other way of really saying that, just being at peace. So guys, we're now talking about present day. That's the past. And you're bringing it in because, you know, it's helping you create a new life for yourself, this peace that you gained here. Right there. All right? So loons. Yeah, I think I kind of talked about this already. This is you now as a peaceful, highly intuitive, just a lovely person. People, you know, she's the sweetheart of the deck, the Queen of Cups. You become highly intuitive and you do not shy away from your emotions. You've got them under control for the most part, and you're mindful of what it is, how you're feeling inside before you respond to something. You've evolved. You're evolving from this, you know, through this. It's allowed you, that's what's really important too. It's allowed you the freedom with being safe and secure where your anchor is dropped in your life right here, right now, or in the past it was. It allowed you that safety net or that safety and security to be able to do and be what you needed to do and be in your life. Really, like to have downtime and just like it's nothing's moving. You're just you're patiently just living out your daily life, doing what you need to do, you know, take care of stuff like that, but also feeling like things are okay. Things are okay. They could be worse. They could, sure, maybe they could be better, but not as much better. Okay, I could say that myself. Where I am, even though it's the hot southeast, I feel like in my own life, in my own part, you know, little part of the world, I feel pretty, you know, secure and safe in that I enjoy doing what I do every day here. I'm a mental health counselor. I'm doing really well. Like there's no major ups and downs, and even if there was, I've grown and learned enough to really just kind of level them out, like to get that perspective about the particular situation, right? When you're having a major like catastrophe, or what it might feel like a catastrophe at one time in your life, you start seeing these catastrophes for what they are, and they're opportunities for further growth. And so I take it on the chin, I suck it up, and I say, okay, God, what can we do about this? We need to fix this. This needs to be fixed. I can only do so much, so I'll need your solution eventually. I'll need your solution because I got to do what I got to do while I'm putting it in God's hands. I can't just put it in God's hand and sit around and say, God's saying to my angels, or sitting on the couch collecting dust, they telling those angels, get up off the couch, dust yourself off, and encourage that girl to do something, because there are things that she can do before I find the perfect solution for her. Because while she's doing those things, the perfect solution is coming in. Okay, so it seems like we're doing it, but we're not really. We're not doing it. The energy, you have to be in an energy of like, I'm ready to take this on, and I feel strong enough and confident enough to take this on. Therefore, I slip into that energy where God's perfect solution is sitting at, and I pull it into my life. I manifest it, and it just like, bam, that problem's solved, and it's and when we do it that way, it's the kind of problem that's solved forever. You'll never have that experience again, ever. So, present day is you're confused about this guy here, King of Cups. You are, because you feel deeply committed to him in some way or another. You might be feeling like a strong soulmate, that the two of you are like perfect images of each other, kind of like, in the mirror image, where who's who, kind of thing. This one's looking that way, that one's looking that way, but you can't really delineate between which one's which. But it's all about love. You want your hopes for that love that you once had with this individual to be reawakened, right? You want those hopes. If you're into this and you want a person to return, you're into wanting them to return. But you're so uncertain about it, okay? You're so uncertain about it. But the thing about it is that you also realize he can bring clarity to your clouds. He can bring the sun out in your mind and burn those clouds away, the confusion and not knowing, by simply showing up. If you know that he's waiting for you, even if you knew he's actually waiting for you to show up, that's something you two can, compromise on, work on, discuss, whatever. But until he talks to you. But it says good news. So good news may mean that he is actually going to send something that is going to represent. He may not say it, but you know that if he shows up, like if he says something, then you know that he must love you, right? He must love you. Why else is he coming back into your life? You, the Queen of Cups, him, the King of Pentacles. So he's both the King of Cups. Just King of Cups, by the way, I must say, is someone who doesn't necessarily express how they feel deeply for you. They have deep emotional feelings that they're in touch with, but they're not telling anyone. And that's the thing about a King of Cups guy. And what good does that do anybody? Really, not even him. It doesn't good. So he has to get into an energy where he's actually going to become committed to something. Committed and faith, like we can be loyal. We can trust them and have faith in them, that they're committed to coming forward in this energy here to reunite with you, the Queen of Cups, which is perfect counterpart, right? Perfect counterpart. So there's that confusion right there. But the divine is saying with the Oracle is that just stay in a centered state of peace. Centered is just keeping your emotions as best in this kind of energy, that it's okay that I'm in a space a place where I feel stagnant. It's okay, because there's a lot that I'm learning through all of this, and there's more wisdom that can come to you to teach you through not of a traditional way of learning, but through the divine way of learning, which is like spiritual downloads and stuff. When you know you have to stay somewhere, so you're going to do the best of it, right? But you know you're going somewheres, you know you're going. So it's a matter of you settling with yourself in your own mind, feminine collective, that it's okay to be not moving, not doing anything, not moving forward in your life. It's okay. Become resolute about that it's okay. This is okay. This is where you feel, that's where you can say that you're in a sense in a state of peace, because it's neither here nor there. You're still safe here, is what the divine is saying. You're still safe, you're secure, even though things aren't showing up the way you want them to. Things may be brewing, you see, behind the scenes that you don't know, because look, you don't know. Clouds, dark clouds, you don't know. You feel as though he shows up and he will bring the sun out to burn off all that confusion, okay, and not knowing. You get a bit of good news, and it's all about love, of course. It's all about love. It's the energy of love, because Queen of Hearts is love. King of Pentacles is tuned in and tapped into the divine, while he's perfectly grounded into the 3D world as well. So he's reaching, the King of Pentacles, when he's upright, he's reaching and tapping into the fifth dimension of unconditional love. The highest self. He's tapping into his highest self. Okay, so then the near future is man, the same guy here. And you might be feeling in the near future that, let's see here, that there's a loss, but because you still haven't, this is 2 to 3 weeks, right? 2 to 3 months, I mean. 2 to 3 months. Yeah. You know, you're looking for a connection, a reconnection, a celebration, a reconciliation. You want things to be balanced, to finally have justice on your side, right? Because however in the past, when you met him, things were unjust. They were unbalanced back then. You want to finally have justice and see this guy come forward with courage and strength, you know, with that heart, you know, but not just sitting there and not saying anything. Not sitting there waiting for you. But even if you know he's waiting for you, at least you know that. And like if you're communicating, you can at least work through that, right? Don't wait for me. Don't wait for me. Let's figure out what we could do together. But yeah, this is someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. So the divine is saying you have a mindset, you know, a perception of this as such. But, you know, you may be surprised with something suddenly showing up that will then bring the justice you're looking for, right? And this reconciliation. So if you feel like you're losing, like this is just, you're losing in the battle. You're losing the battle of wishing for this guy to come back. A new life speaks that there is something sudden that's going to happen, but it also ameliorates the loss, the sense of loss. Okay, so you're going to, that sense of loss is going to be significantly, let's see, decreased, you know, significantly decreased than what this card usually means, okay? And you're going to, something's going to happen that's going to bring a sense of balance to you, a fairness to you, and there's going to be a reconciliation. Okay, I mean that's what I know. That's what I get from this. This reading was so much so that you had to read between the lines a lot more. Well, I mean, there's not many cards in either area of the timing here to be able to go from, but I really had to tap into my reading between the lines here, intuition, to see really what this is all about. And this is what Archangel Michael has been giving me. I mean, I don't see any other way of looking at it at this point in time. This is you. You're okay with this. Settle in with that. Be at peace. This is you wishing, hoping that he could just say something, right? And it would clear all the clouds away. Well, it says ear. Good news. Something's going to come to your ear. And it's all about this energy of love. And it's the two of you reconnecting. All right, through communication, I would imagine, right? Not so much physical reconnection, but communication at first. And then the near future, you know, you just don't know where he's at with all of this, if he's going to be able to be free to be with you. And it may, you know, because we waver, right? We go back and forth on things sometimes. If we don't get everything that we need to hear from somebody, because after all, remember, these guys don't share their for us, okay? They don't. You have to drag it out of them. And so if you feel, you might have the idea that if I got to drag it out of him, it must mean he really doesn't love me the way he wants me to believe he does, okay? So then you're feeling like, well, maybe I've lost him, or I need to lose him. Maybe, you know, maybe you need to lose him. So it's however way you think works best for you, that resonates with you. But suddenly something's going to come in. It's going to make that loss feel like really nothing. It's just going to be kind of a little blip on your radar of pain. It's just going to be a little blip. And it's going to bring some justice in, and there's going to be a reconciliation. Now, I can't say for sure if it's with this guy or with someone else. Okay? And I do believe that this is him. Okay? I do believe that this is him. But it could be somebody else. Let's see, before we go, let's see what the angels have to say, the romantic angels, okay? Archangel Michael and the Holy Spirit and all the angels in the whole universe, the dream. Yes. Can you please give us some insight and clarification, please, about the near future. Please, let's talk about the near future. Please, only, let's just talk about the near future. Let's be as specific as possible, please, Archangel Michael, if you will. Thank you. New love. Okay. Codependency. Oh, wait a minute. It says new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Okay, so there's just saying be aware of your dependency on this person returning. Okay, or your perception that this guy wants to return is going to cause you a whole lot of grief and chaos. It could be the codependency that you have on the fact that this guy, you know, he's going to return, and it's going to be this, that, and the other thing with you, and you really don't want him to return. You know, it's that energy, right? The energy of not wanting to have a codependency on this guy. So you're trying to pull his energy off you, but it's not coming off easy because he's still very much attached to you, and in some way you are as well attached to him. But if it's not about that, it's about you being codependent on the idea of that this one's the only one for you. That this one is the only one for you. Okay, and this we're talking about near future here. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, okay? But that's what they want to tell you, that maybe that's why you're hooked on this guy, because he's maybe of the same culture and religion, or maybe you're hooked on him because he's not. What else? This could be the one. Which one could be the one? Honeymoon. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Wow. Okay. Well, guys. Okay, so let's look at it this way for just a second. New love. New love might mean that this guy's grown and evolved. Okay. okay, into a King of Cups from what he was before, which would have been a player, right? A player or somebody who just, you know, in and out, whatever you want to refer to him as. But he did not stay in your life, only in your memories, right? Energetically in your life. He's been in your heart and on your mind. But he's evolved into a King of Cups. He does recognize that he has emotions for you. Why he won't express it, nobody really ever knows, okay? But the King of Coins, he'll express it, and he'll be doing it in a very practical, logical form, but very loyal, okay? Very loyal. This is a new love. This is one who's acknowledging the love for you, and this is the new way of loving you. And this guy still, even though he acknowledges, like I said, he's not doing anything. He's got to grow up and do something. He's got to take action, and this guy will take action. And it'll be methodical action. You know, he'll take his time. That may be part of the reason why you're still not. But if this new love, it could be just the fact that this guy has turned into a different lover, different energy altogether than when you first met him. Okay, or it's a brand new love because justice is coming in. Suddenly something's going to happen that's going to bring balance and fairness into your life to heal things, and you're going to have a celebration with somebody. You're going to be able to go out and celebrate with friends with them, okay? It could be one or the other. You decide, but that's what I got. It's very possible this guy is that new love that's coming your way as well, and so you're going to see that you didn't really lose much at all, because this guy is he's a better version of himself. So I hope that was helpful. Take care of yourself, and we will check in with you tomorrow, Friday. Bye for now.